name last time.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to avoid that stuff. Where you're trying to be coy on here. But you can't.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Is that a girl or a guy?
What, in the middle?
Yeah.
That's the little Michael Myers boy.
Oh, right now I remember. Well, he had the mask on in the clip I was watching, so I didn't know what he looked like.
The white
It
trash
wasn't.
Michael
It
Myers.
wasn't the Jason mask. It was like
Clown
some
mask.
weird like party store clown thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the original one, he's wearing a clown costume, so
Right.
like yeah, you know what though? I have to say, so I watched that that movie's not bad. The Rob Zombie movie is really not that bad. It gets a lot of heat.
Funny.
It's actually pretty good.
It's got the guy from Clockwork Orange.
Yeah,
and then
it's
got the Doom
not
guy, who you know who I'm talking about. He was in Lord of the Rings. He played the Greenville Wormtongue. That guy, he's in it.
Oh yeah, as the cop. Yeah, the sheriff.
And then obviously Moon, whatever the fuck's in it, because he's got to force her into all his shit.
Yeah, but it's really it's probably the best of the Halloween. Like, I mean, obviously Halloween 1 is the best movie that's in the series, and then probably Season of the Witch is just good because it's a different kind of movie. The Halloween 3. And then probably it's
a lot of people.
Then probably it's a tie between Rob Zombie's Halloween and the David Gordon Green Halloween, the first one, because that one's not that bad either. Well, that one's actually okay.
Red Letter Media liked this last one because it had
I like that one. Story. I like that one too because it is a little more original too, and it's really not. It's like hardly about the Michael Myers bullshit, but the middle one.
The plot is honestly, it's a little. I feel like too abstract for people.
Yeah, but then also like this Rob Zombie Halloween is kind of more like prequel-y than it is like a remake, because it's a lot of like Michael Myers as a kid and then the mental hospital shit. That's the best part of the movie, is like the opening and the like probably the first act is probably some of the best stuff in it.
Yeah, I don't really mind his stuff in general. Devil's Rejects I think is the best, but I don't really even mind the second Devil's Rejects, and I don't really think House of a Thousand Corpses is that bad. I know a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, it's I mean I like Devil's Rejects the best of all those, but he's not a bad filmmaker. He's definitely has a style. It's I don't know, it's better than a lot of shit out today.
It's like white trash on like hyper white trash on acid in the 70s, but not in the 70s.
Yeah, and I don't mind that voice.
Really. I think grindcore.
He's just like a shitty Tarantino, but like a really shitty Tarantino, but with more like crude horror shit to it. So I don't really mind that. You know, like it's not a bad thing to be like. You know, like also in love with the 70s, yeah. All the 70s stuff. Oh yeah, but what I got here. I got some Halloween trivia. Let's do some Halloween trivia here. The first jack-o'-lantern, what was it made out of? I know the answer to this one. Let's see what you know.
Probably turnips.
You're right. It's a turnip. You're right. All right. Halloween is generally considered to evolve from what ancient festival? I know this one as well. Let's see if you know this one. It was a pagan ritual holiday here. Do you know this one?
No, maybe. No. Well, I would just guess maybe saying Samhain because it reminds me of the spelling of Halloween.
You're correct. It's called it's actually Samhain in that Celtic.
Really? Damn, man. You know what's fucking weird? It's like I'll go with my parents and we'll watch Jeopardy, and I get like so many things right where I just guess, but there's like enough context clues.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because the Celtic spelling's all crazy, but like it is Samhain, so it's kind of close to Halloween.
Yeah, I figured the HA was enough to like.
Here's a bonus question: what do you think Astara is? Which holiday do you think that is? Ostara, of our typical big holidays.
Ostara. I don't know. Christmas.
No.
Easter.
Easter. Yeah. You can kind of see it in the name, the spelling. But yeah. According to what legend, unibrow tattoos, long middle finger are all signs of what Halloween creature? I mean, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess a witch. Do you agree?
You said that really quick.
This, according to a legend, a unibrow, tattoos, long middle finger are all signs of what Halloween creature? Golem.
Yeah, I would say probably witch.
Yeah, I think witch. Oh shit, you think it's vampire maybe? Oh no, it's gotta be werewolf. All right, werewolf.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
guess
know that one.
if you think about it, like the excess hair of the brow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, unibrow. Yeah.
Go a little too quick for me. I'm on like a delay as you're scrolling.
All right. What century did the practice of trick or treating begin? I know this started in Wales, so also like a very old thing. But I'm gonna say 16th century.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
go with
what
the
I was
middle
gonna guess
guess.
because it's like kind of in the middle, but
Yeah,
also leans towards old enough.
but it's like I wouldn't be surprised from 18th or 14th. All right. It's 16th century. Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say we should have got that werewolf one if we just like took a minute or two. You know what? They need like a timer for this, so you're on the clock. Like you get like a minute.
Which of the following is not a term for a scarecrow? I'm out of here. Gallybagger, Mawkin, Doodle Sack, or Bawak. We'll say that.
Not a turn. I mean, doodle sack is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, let's go Doodle Sack. All right, it's not Doodle Sack. All right, yeah.
No, it is doodle sack because it dinged.
Yeah, but which is not a term for a scarecrow. So Doodle Sack was not a term.
Right.
From base to point, what is the order of colors of a piece of candy corn? I know this one, right?
White. No, it's.
I don't know. Base is orange, right?
I think it goes white, yellow, orange, doesn't it?
I thought it was orange, yellow, white.
I mean, I'm so disgusted by it. I like get repulsed at the sight.
All right, let's see. All right, orange, white, yellow. Oh my god, yellow, orange, white. Okay, that is not what I thought.
I thought it was white, yellow, orange.
And yeah,
that's not even an option.
All right, well this one's kind of obvious here. Which of the Hollywood films is not directed by Tim Burton? And that's certainly Nightmare Before Christmas is Henry Selick.
Apples.
What might you bob? Snickers, apples, sweet potatoes, pumpkins. You can't bob for a pumpkin. That's too big, right?
Apples.
Oh yeah, of course, apples. I thought this was not. Okay, I got fooled. If you want to keep away some spirits from your household, what you should sprinkle on your doorstep. I'm going to say sage or holy water, right? Wouldn't sprinkle be holy water?
Yeah, right. Or salt.
Salt. Yep. It creates the boundary
between water. You like drip it.
No, I've done some rituals too where you need to make a circle out of salt. You make a circle out of salt.
What do you mean? You're doing like you're a Wiccan?
Well, no. In the past, I tried doing some of these things, but
yeah, wasn't that in that one when you were winning all those hockey bets over and over?
Yeah, again? I did a hockey ritual. What classic horror film is based on a true story? All right, we know that that's Amityville Horror. Okay, I think that's enough that's 10. What do we do? Pretty good there.
I'd say the werewolf one we probably should have got.
Yeah, I agree. The werewolf one probably should have got. I agree with that.
We're just going really quick. Candy corn, I could give a shit. I don't even care what it looks like. It's so disgusting.
Oh shit! I realize I gotta delete some of these clips, man. Which? All right. So I could delete
that. Delete that Owen Wilson one. I really don't ever want to see it again.
Yeah, I could delete the. Yeah, I could delete a few here. I could definitely delete. I'll delete that one. I'll delete.
Delete that Skyrim Sopranos one if you still have it too.
Yeah, that one's gone. I'll delete that Kawasaki one.
What's the Kawasaki?
That Japanese baseball guy.
Yeah, delete that. You can probably delete the some of the 4th of July stuff.
Yeah, I deleted some of those.
But keep the one that you made with Pierre Paul, and keep the Downs guy smashing the bottles. That one's never gone well. Yeah, actually, we should probably like off stream go over dead clips and clean it up.
Yeah, I gotta clean up some of these.
It's gonna happen over and over again until we like really condense it.
Well, I just realized that I thought I added a bunch of these clips today, and I'm getting hit. I'm seeing this alert saying I can't add them because there's too many. So,
so we don't have any comedy clips.
Well, I had them. I thought I have them ready, so I'm just deleting it so I can put them in.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah, it's whatever. But we're not.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Buster Rhymes is pretty strong looking. I bet he could fuck.
His last close man.
He could, man. Right there. He's fat now, though. I'd say. If you look up Buster Rhymes, he looks fat.
Well, that's what happens when you don't play sports anymore and you're tired. All that creatine.
Yeah, I guess so. It's showing you that, man. But yeah, let's get some Halloween clips.
What's weird? A lot of linemen, offensive linemen, once they retire, they lose like 100+ pounds.
Yeah, because I think they're only just kind of doing it because that's their job.
Yeah, like the guy from the Giants, Sean O'Hara. He looks like he looks like he would never even have played football now.
Yeah, no, and there's a couple other guys. The guy from the Colts, whoever was the Colts center. I forget his name. Same thing.
The one that got hired to be coach last year for like a couple of weeks because he's friends with USA.
Yeah, he kind of just got like fucked in that.
They're drinking buddies, and he basically just like hired one of his friends to be the stooge for a couple of weeks before the season ended.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's not a bad idea.
No, I mean, half the people on these coaching staffs are either like a sibling or a cousin. You know, like how many fucking McVays and Shanahans? There's like 5 different Shanahans in the fucking league.
Oh yeah, there's a couple. That's a very good point.
2 of his sons in his own staff. The guy with the mullet and this other one.
That's a very good point. Wait, Belichick has his son in?
2 of them.
I know Belichick's son.
One is the defensive coordinator. He's got this like really grimy ass mullet, and the other one I forget what he does, but someone online was showing like, nepotism in the league. I mean, it's not even football. Like like I've worked in places where the person who's like got a high position has no clue what they're doing, and they're terrible at their job. It's just because their father or whatever got them.
Yeah. You get the spot.
Like they're so unqualified, and even if they they weren't even trying that hard. But even if they were, I don't think they would be doing that well.
Right, one of those. Yeah, fucking fucking Leafs blowing it at home, of course. Fucking bums.
They're not that. I don't.
Yeah, but on the fucking Leafs for the first period, these motherfuckers can't fucking win a fucking first period against the LA Kings. Fucking shitty LA Kings. I hate the LA Kings.
Yeah, I've been trying. I'm been shopping Dubois and Kempy the whole season. Nobody wants them.
They're actually playing pretty good though.
I don't really like the Kings either. I don't know what it is. I don't like their. Well, I know what it is. It's like. They fucking fuck the Rangers over in the final.
Yeah, that's why I think that's my main reason I'm not liking them. Yeah.
I have a very vivid memory of we're in New York and going through like some kind of hockey shop and getting a report of like Gaborik had like a fucking hat trick in the finals. Like, oh fuck you, man! Like you're never healthy.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's
all of a sudden you're on this like amazing streak in the playoffs just to fuck them over. It's like so annoying.
Well, that was against the Devils.
When Justin Williams, remember that piece of shit? He had like
when the Kings beat the Devils with Gabrick, and then Gabrick lost to the Kings on the Rangers in the Stanley Cup. And he actually scored on his own fucking net for the fucking Rangers.
How does that even happen?
It happened. I've already seen it happen twice this year. The Kraken done it. Like a defenseman tried to.
Well, I guess if you're playing defense and it happens.
Yeah, they're trying to like bat it behind. They're trying to like bat it behind the net, and it ends up going in because it just goes wide.
Like, why are the forwards even that far back?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, you're playing.
No, actually, it doesn't matter because they do that whole thing where like you skate behind the goal and then swinging around and shit.
Yeah, it can happen.
No, yeah, I don't like the Kings. I don't like their design of their stuff either. It's just like black and white.
It's boring. It's kind of boring.
It's like,
yeah. Unfortunately.
By the way, McAvoy got suspended 4 games. What the fuck did he do?
What did he do? I didn't see that.
It says NA on his note.
Shit.
An illegal check to the head of
okay.
Larson.
That can happen.
Which I don't think you could even put him in like the IL plus slot because it's not active.
I think that was like honestly kind of old. I don't think that was that new too.
It says 6:23 p.m. I guess that's.
Oh no, I know, but when was the last time? Did they play? Did they just?
Yeah, that's the 30th. So that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. All right. So they're rolling it pretty soon. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, that Lamp guy, he benched like 7 assists and 5 goals yesterday.
Really?
Did you look at his bench yesterday? Like, it's egregious. And he set his shit every single other day other than yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sorry. 4 goals and 5 assists and a plus it would have been like +7.
Damn, okay.
Are you looking at it? Like, it's really bad. And he had a shorthand. He had a shorthand point too.
Damn. All right. Well, let's go into our first thing here. Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween remake. I was talking about it. This movie's not that.
And stuff?
I got some clips. Yeah, I got the clips in now.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a white trash rendition. You know that song too, right?
No. Is that Todd Rundgren?
It's a Beatles song. Michelle and Bill. Yeah, it's a Beatles song.
Yeah, you ever heard of the Todd Rundgren versus John Lennon shit?
No, that one. That's not gonna work out well for Todd Rundgren.
Todd Rundgren said that John Lennon.
That ain't gonna work out well.
John Lennon he could give a shit about world peace, and he just was making all that up for attention. And then John Lennon said, if I wanted attention, I could have just dyed my hair or done some shit.
Kind of did that too. No, I think Todd Rundgren's probably right.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like all that peace stuff felt like so forced, and there's nothing like some like billionaire telling you like how hard it is to live in the world, you know.
Oh yeah, all right. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Like, don't you remember that when we had the COVID lockdown and they did that horrible fucking Imagine?
With the Wonder Woman bitch.
No, it was like 20 different people. It was like
She stood out though a lot for some reason. She stood out as being
she's been confident saying that.
She's like, I wish I didn't do it. Right.
It's hard to misquote her because you can never
hardly understand her. She's over there fighting Hamas, I think, right now. But
yeah, actually, I saw some photos of her in like some tan outfit with like a machine gun. I was like, okay, she did her. You have to like do like a year or something of service.
Yeah. Yeah, this is this Nightmare on Elm Street movie. It bothers me because I think the thing I like about Freddy the most is the comedy, and like this just like stripped out all the comedy, and it was like we're just trying to make
or the like weird
the weird dream sequence shit.
Dream sequences and
almost
cartoony elements and stuff.
Yeah, like the part where his arms are like super fucking long, going off camera, like they're super, like like just weird shit, like a lot of
You know what's
weird
pretty good?
excuse for weird psychedelic kind of shit.
That
They didn't do that at all.
No, yeah, but I liked that Twilight Zone reboot that came out in like I think it was
that movie's not bad. The Twilight
mid-90s
Zone, that's from
John
90s too.
Lithgow on the plane, and the kid who can like control reality, and
there's a John Landis movie, I'm pretty sure.
That and the Creep Show I really liked a lot as far as like horror. What do you call it? Like a compilation or
like anthology kind of
anthology? Yeah, like an anthology.
I mean,
obviously, I missed. Creep Show is like much better, but I kind of like that Twilight Zone remake.
Yeah, that one's good too. They're similar vibes of a movie. I missed the whole Freddy like saying "bitch" every fucking 5 minutes. I missed that. I miss hearing like the bit. Here's a compilation of that.
The prime time, bitch! I've been guarding my gate for a long time, bitch. We'll see, bitch. Bon appetit, bitch. Come, food. This, bitch. Pick a pet for the rugrat, bitch. Being dead wasn't a problem, but being forgotten. Now that's a bitch. Let me handle this, bitch. It's not my fault this bitch is dead on her feet. Welcome to my world, bitch. Die, little bitch. Think you're so smart, huh, bitch?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that was like a little quote he had. I mean, they just made the characters just too serious, and that girl, this blonde girl, is really hot. I'll say that, like, really good. Her name is Katie Cassidy.
Oh yeah, Doug used to be obsessed with her.
She's good. I have to say,
that's she's related to.
She's very pretty.
The fucking the motherfucker from the 70s sitcom.
Topher Grace?
No, something Cassidy.
Oh, David Cassidy.
Yeah, that's her. That's his daughter.
Oh, okay. So she's a nepo. She's a legacy actor, as they say.
Yeah, but it's genetics, you know.
She's a legacy actor.
You get his genes and whatever hot woman he's having sex with, and you get this, you know.
Yeah, she's not a nepo baby. She's a legacy actor. This is, she earned it through legacy.
You know, it'd be an interesting horror movie if like there was like this almost like Neon Demon type of thing, where it's like a ring of like producers who are getting like casting directors and stuff to build these like makeshift level like recreations of people where they just find hot people and like brainwash them or drug them and then make them have sex to create like really attractive people. And then it becomes like a domineering race where, we have like all these Katie Cassidy type people who are all like the upper echelon.
Yeah, I agree.
Like social engineering.
Yeah.
Not social, genetic. Well, it's social and genetic at the same time. I mean, like you get like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie to fuck, and then you get like whatever the fuck their kid is, or like Johnny Depp and that French actress, and you get Lily Rose Depp.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see these 10 out of 10 reviews for this movie because the only thing I thought that was good about it was that it looked nice. This was shot by the director who did the Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit music video, so he has a very stylized look to his stuff, I guess.
Kind of grungy.
Well, I mean, that's a claim. I mean, when you do a music video, you're gonna have to have a high quality production. So the look of this movie is nice, but it's just a shitty story. I don't know. It wasn't fun. It wasn't what you want to see. Nightmare on Elm Street was always kind of like cool and exactly what you said. How it's like it's wacky, and that was what kind of like you liked. They recreated a lot of stuff.
It was a weird combination of like Looney Tunes and like like fantasy stuff, you know?
Yeah. And then you got the claw in the bathtub, which they recreated in this movie for shot. Rooney Mara, not the same.
No, I like Kate Mara better.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. This is my friends is what a remake should look like.
Capital,
yeah, I don't know about that.
Capital letters.
I don't see why anyone would like come out of this movie thinking like, oh, this was good. I mean, I feel the same thing about we're gonna talk about Friday the 13th, 2009 movie. It's not good. It's just boring. It's the same thing with this movie. It's like it's not good, it's not bad, it's just kind of boring. The reason Jackie, this is from a comment here from Jizz Dr. Forev. The reason Jackie Earl Haley Elm Street sucks is because the original series showed the parents conspired to kill him after wrongfully accusing him of child molestation. Yeah, that's a big part of this plot. But the Jackie Elm Street outright showed him to be predatory. Yeah, it's true.
Wow. So
he was obviously a pedophile.
Stuff,
oh yeah, he's obviously a pedophile in the movie.
Early on, got way too fleshed out, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, he's a pedophile.
Hint at it. Like they did have.
They even prove it in the movie at one point.
That,
like, come and find
he was like a creepy older guy that the community unjustly burned alive, right? But then,
yes, it's like
he actually was like a maybe. You know what it is like? Sometimes you need to leave the lore alone and not get so in the script about it. You know, like it leaves more to the imagination than. It's like midichlorians, you know? Like
right, exactly.
The Force was good when it was like this ambiguous element instead of some scientific fucking thing you can trace back to how many blood cells you had. You know, it's like sometimes it's better to just leave the shit alone and have it be a little bit more open-ended to interpretation than making it so wound in something.
But I'll say like positives of this movie, which again they kill this girl off early. Spoilers from 20 fucking years ago. But that Katie Cassidy is really good looking, and then Connie Britton total MILF in 2007, and probably still, but yeah, total MILF right there. Always attracted to her. Yeah, this is not a good. It's not a good movie. I was surprised to see people. I was like, surprised to see some good reviews of this movie. That's why I was like, people are fucking retarded. This is another 10 out of 10 review. Why not love it? Well, there's a lot not to love. It's a remake, but it uses pieces and parts from other films. That's always fun. It delves into the real first draft backstory that they didn't want to use in the original cut. It's absolutely great remade story of an outstanding first movie, hence a great remake. Stop hating this one. Oof, that's from 2009 or 2019. That feels like a 2019 review. Getting towards the woke era. No, yeah, this movie sucks. No, the Johnny Depp one is great. You got Nancy, Johnny Depp. It's good. You don't have to have these like Jake Gyllenhaal on Adderall type scenes. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Adderall, yeah. I wish I could still get some of that done.
Yeah, that was an aspect to this movie. The Adderall comes into play.
Or, remember Vyvanse?
Oh yeah, it was better. Yeah, and also it's like I like Jackie Earl Haley, and I like him as Rorschach. I like him as Kelly Leak. I'm a fan of Jackie Earl Haley. I don't know if
I like him as Kelly Leak.
You don't like Kelly Leak? He's like he's like on a motorcycle trying to fuck. He's trying to have sex with like a 17-year-old girl when he's like 12. No, I like Kelly Leak a lot.
No, it's not that I don't like his character. He's such an obnoxious asshole. It's hard to.
He's just like trying to fuck the whole time, and I don't think he knows.
But he does have a heart of gold, you know. Like he feels bad for all these loser fucks, and he wants to. You know. Actually, I actually love Kelly Leak. Yeah, he's great. Because
I think he's
put himself out there and embarrass himself.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna play a Kelly Leak scene. I gotta play a Kelly Leak scene that I like. Because I like the Bad News Bears. Big fan of this movie. You got drinking and driving.
Walter Matthau is a good actor.
Walter Matthau giving like 10-year-olds beer. I love this movie.
Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon's not in the movie, but
No, I know,
Odd
but
Couple for
they'll
sure.
always be ingrained as grumpy old men.
You live around here? Got a Harley Davidson. Does that turn you on, Harley Davidson?
Yeah, he's just like trying to fuck the whole time. You know, like I'm in support of that.
Yeah, you can't see waist down, but I feel like he's just hard all the time.
Yeah, I never saw the new one with Billy Bob. I didn't watch
It's not
that.
even the new one. There's the newer one, I think.
Yeah. Oh, dude. But by the way, I don't know if you saw the one where they're in Japan or maybe it's Bad News Bears 2. That one's a fucking nightmare.
No, you think of Major League.
Everything after the first Bad News Bears is like a fucking nightmare.
Wait.
Yeah, this is like where he's like.
I was thinking of
17.
Major League. Wow, there's a Japanese.
Yeah, he goes to Japan and he tries to like have sex with Japanese women over there. Yeah, Kelly Dick's the man. He's just trying to fuck Japanese women.
We're gonna be planning that.
Hey, don't worry. They're probably just a bunch of dirt farms.
That's the little kid from fucking Willy Wonka. The candy kid, the TV kid, TV Mike, I think.
Yeah. Looks scumbag.
Disgusting 70s children. Shit, disgusting 70s. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, it really.
Rob Zombie
like,
loves
everything
him.
just feels like it has a layer of like dirt on it.
Oh yeah. Let's another review here. This is another 1 out of 10. Which again, I did hate this movie. I hated this a lot. I mean, I hated Friday the 13th movie too. It was just like, I get it. It was just another Friday. I mean, I never liked Friday the 13th. It's just another fucking, showcase of kids fucking getting killed. And okay. Didn't really bother me. I didn't really like it either. I don't know. I figured this would be entertaining, but nothing else. I was dead wrong. Yeah, no, it's true. Robert Englund not being in it is true. It's just like that's really where this movie doesn't do it. It's funny. Was that?
Is that because of money?
I think it was just he's too old. Yeah, I don't think they wanted him. I think they wanted to reinvent the series, that kind of thing. And I get it. Like I liked,
Jesus, you get Rorschach. How long is the fucking review? It's like a goddamn.
I can't read this whole thing.
It's like a War and Peace.
Yeah, they're complaining about the CG, which there's some good CG in it though. I'll have to say.
What else is this person reviewed? I'm curious because they seem like a psychopath.
Yeah, maybe. All right, they're called the Fuse Stick. Let's see what stuff there.
I mean, to spend this much time and effort on such a bullshit movie is borderline.
All right, well, they like that Halloween from 2018, which I do agree. They like The Haunting of Hill House, which I do agree. The Predator movie isn't bad either, by the way. So they're actually reviewing I Love Paul. Except Paul would be so good if it wasn't Seth Rogen, by the way.
But at the time he was like so fucking.
Yeah, he was hitting. He was hitting on all levels at the time. Jizz Doctor, I listened to a podcast about the original Elm Street series, and the theory was that the teens committed suicide, which is why the police discovered their bodies. The whole Freddy did it was a coincidence and with the evidence. The reason for suicide was pressures of them going through puberty, not knowing how to handle emotions of love, being responsible, and drug experimentation. What do you guys think? Did you ever dig deep into the nightmare and what you think Freddy represented? Yeah, I mean, Freddy has some weird representations. You could go into that, I think it's Freddy 3, but there's some, like, it's admittedly homosexual. I think it's Freddy 3, but there is like a gay Freddy. And it's actually very interesting that you're bringing this up because it delves into that same thing of like how to handle emotions of love. And especially in that movie being like homosexuality, it is like, it's even known the main actor was gay. And, there's a lot of like homosexual references in this Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So that one
original, but I think one of the first three, one of them has a.
It's Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
That's the one where they're like in gym and talking about the gym teacher.
Yeah, and there's even a gay bar in it. I think the gym teacher is at a gay bar. It's like it's it's just littered with the gay stuff. It's littered with this kind of emotion of not how to handle things as a teen. There's some truth to that theory.
I think
there.
Also there's been several horror villains that have gay repression, and the reason for their violence is because they don't know how to handle coming out. Like Cruising is one where Al Pacino is the main character, but the supposed villain is a repressed homosexual, has almost like dream sequences with his father who hates gays, and I don't know. I feel like there's more than that. Buffalo Bill is kind of a ambiguous one where he's murdering women to wear their skins and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good movie too. That's a great movie.
Yeah. Honestly, like I have seen it a bunch of times, and I always kind of liked it, but it's definitely like got a lot of. It's so complex. Like there's so many different levels to each of the characters, and that also has good dream sequences. But also, I feel like Buffalo Bill is just very underrated and understated as a character. I mean, the whole part where he's like injured and lures women into his van.
Yeah,
that feels like something that is like a ploy that people have done a lot, and I feel like that's something that who's the director? Brian
De Palma.
No. Brian De Palma didn't do.
He didn't do Silence of the Lambs? I thought he did.
No, it's I always had a hard time pronouncing his last name.
Who is it? Jesus. Is it? Oh, it's Jonathan Demme. Okay.
Jonathan, yeah.
Yeah, he did. He's actually mostly known for this. Basically, I mean, he did Philadelphia. He's got a lot of gay stuff to him. That's some truth to it. Also, by the way, here's all the gay moments from Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Now with more gay.
Jesus Christ! You scared the shit out of me, man. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what the fuck you doing in my room?
I need you to let me stay here tonight.
Are you out of your mind?
Something is trying to get inside my body, and you want to sleep with me.
Your cock.
Yeah, there's a lot of gay stuff, even in just this one statement.
Okay.
Are these mullets? Because their hair's pushed back, so it's like.
Right, man. What do you want me to
Not really. No, I think they're just kind of. No, I wouldn't say those are mullets. I'd say
this is really gay.
Yeah, really gay.
You know what's weird? A lot of the patterns of their clothes and stuff reminds me of Rocco's Modern Life, and that always had very weird gay undertones with
it does.
Hector and Filbert.
Yeah. Here's a 1 out of 10 review. Jump scare on Lame Street. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was many jump scares even in this.
That's a good.
We saw we read this.
For the post.
We read this one. This one's super long.
It's a little hacky, but it's definitely fitting.
Oh yeah, but yeah, good little title there for your review. This one's The Death of Mainstream Horror. Watching this pure excuse for a film made me wonder what is left for the mainstream horror genre. I mean, this is just
rock music's dead too.
No, but I think it's just the fact of why you're trying to remake everything. Maybe just make something new or give an independent filmmaker money. Because, I'd rather that.
Built-in fan base when you reboot shit.
Yeah, that's what this is, and it didn't work though because you didn't have Robert Englund. You didn't have a funny.
Yeah, but he's like such a nothing actor. Like people are really lining up.
Yeah, he is, but I think he kind of like fits really well for that character. I think it's just like, you know, some,
No,
you
I'm
know,
not saying
like
he's bad, but I don't think he's like a name that people are going out of the way to care for.
I mean, here's a good title here. Michael Bay Molested Me. This was produced by Michael Bay, by the way.
I heard Michael Bay is he did like some weird ass shit to Megan Fox, to where she turned out to be like a
Good Bay, man.
complete, like Disney. She had like a Disney freak out,
Oh, that happens with these people. But yeah, Michael Bay Molested Me. This movie's worse than Freddy 2. That's the gay one. The movie had no logic to its own. The kids never drank coffee or even Red Bull, for goodness sake. There was a Red Bull scene, by the way. There was a scene where Jake Gallagher drinks Red Bull with Adderall. I watched it, and I saw that, so you're wrong. All the sex was removed. Yeah, there was no sex. This actually movie did lack a lot of sex. Like, you would think there would be sex. There's no sex in this movie at all. Should be, because you have attractive people in the movie, but no sex. Yeah, that is actually when I think about that, that's a detriment. I only saw this movie because it was showing at the drive-in. Wow, what were you, fucking in the 70s? Where the fuck were you?
Maybe it's like some neo-modern drive-in
Penguin.
place.
Maybe in Pittsburgh, outside of fucking West Pennsylvania. I don't know. Possible spoiler here. Freddy did not molest children. He killed them. He was the boogeyman. And yes, there's distinction. Nancy as a hero, no more. Yeah. He definitely molested them in this movie. That was a big plot point. And they're all in like psychological regression where they don't want to remember the molestation. So yeah, no, I mean, it just made the whole thing a little too serious. Like, I think that was the fun part about Nightmare on Elm Street, was that it was goofy. It had some seriousness like sprinkled in there, but it was just all together goofy and kind of fun. But hey, we know how those fucking Hollywood people are. I mean, shit.
Before we begin, I just want to congratulate Harvey and his wife Georgina on the birth of their new baby boy.
Thank you.
Harvey gave us just what we needed, another hymn.
Finally, I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein. The Punisher, that's his nickname. The Punisher, yes.
Harvey, if I keep thanking you in public, people think we're having an affair. But nonetheless, if you're choosing sides in the playground before a scrap, I would like to have Harvey Weinstein and Graham King on my side.
Harvey Weinstein, Bob Weinstein, God bless them.
My friends at Remakes for making this film, especially Harvey. And
Harvey, thank you for killing whoever you had to kill to get me up here today.
And to Harvey Weinstein, the tough guy on the playground with the biggest heart. Thank you for saying you do anything for your friends, and you always do. Thank you.
And then Harvey Weinstein.
And Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Thank you, Harvey Weinstein.
I want to thank Harvey and Bob Weinstein, my agent, Kevin Uvain, and God, Harvey Weinstein.
Oof. They all loved him when they got some money off him.
I mean,
they all loved him then.
Probably like the
Remember
biggest
that?
one we just showed.
Remember when they loved him?
Yeah, he was like
That's
fucking.
like the-
He was like McDonald's or something, you know.
Oh yeah. All right. Well,
This is like McDonald's going out of business.
next one, Wicker Man 2006. I watched both
Yeah,
Wicker
let's
Man
go.
today. And by the way, man, the original Wicker Man is fucking awesome. It's
Yeah,
like,
no, I heard it's
awesome.
one of the best
Fucking
gothic
awesome.
horror movies ever made, and inspired The Witch and Hereditary and
Oh,
a
Midsummer.
lot of,
Midsummer. Midsummer. Totally Midsummer. Yeah, it's
well,
like
yeah, I mean,
Midsummer
that
is like a
the newer gothic horror movie. Yeah,
folk horror. Folk horror.
folk gothic. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I wouldn't
based
say
on-
gothic. I would say folk horror. You know, like that.
No, I don't mean
pagan-
gothic in like black and white emo shit. I mean gothic in like pagan history and that type of stuff. Like you were talking about earlier, you know, like
Yeah. And
like
it's good, man.
folktales and shit.
I mean, I haven't seen that movie
Like,
probably for like 10 years, but it's oh god, that movie's good, man. That movie's so good. It's like everything I love kind of thing. Like if I want to see witches naked, like running around, jumping over a fire. Like, oh, you got that, like that kind of shit. Like I love that shit. Love it. And it's like Scottish. I don't know. It's always like druidic, pagan kind of shit. It's good. The Wicker Man 2006, setting it instead of Ireland, they're setting it in Washington.
If Eggers did a reboot of The Wicker Man, that'd be fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, he could because Ari Aster did Midsummer. So Eggers could probably do that.
In a way, though, then it would feel like he's biting.
Could be feel like he's like trying to rip off, Aster. But here's
in a way, like I want him to do a reboot of that instead of Ari Aster, because I feel like he'd be better at it. I don't know.
Could be, man. I mean, he could be. I'd actually think he'd be.
I feel like he's better with like more graphic shit, and Ari Aster's.
Although Midsummer is pretty fucking good, man. Midsummer is like almost like.
Yeah, no, that shit fucked me up. I
wish they took a little bit more of the lightheartedness of Wicker Man into that movie when they didn't really, but yeah.
The sequence where they were jumping off the cliff, I had like a complete panic attack, and I had to go to the bathroom and just like sit in the stall and just breathe. Like it was just too much. I was
I had a panic attack from watching this. This is a trailer for the Wicker Man.
Edward Malis was an average guy.
I'm a policeman. See my badge?
With an average life. Until a life he thought he'd left behind catches up with him.
You don't have any royal honey. Our crop was cursed last year.
Now Edward must leave the world he knows for the mysterious island of Summer's Isle to try to save the family business he never wanted to be a part of.
Sorry, I'm allergic.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? I don't know!
Every time I turn my head, there's something that doesn't make any sense.
God damn it! Put that back. Put that back. Sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me. Come here. Step away from the bike.
What's in the bag? A shark or something?
We never use that word here.
No, that'd be too quixotic.
Is that some kind of city talk?
From Warner Brothers comes a comedy about traditions, love, and bees.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
This summer, Nicolas Cage meets the Wicker Man.
So many clips of him hitting women in this. It's funny. Yeah, he's the biggest overactor of all time. I got a lot of good clips from this, though. That's one thing I'll say.
I'm trying to figure out how this director got this job.
Oh, good question on that.
What's in the bag? A shark or something?
Yeah, I got some good clips from this one.
Must be ladies' night. I'd just like a room and a meal. Can you swing it?
Swing what? Is that some kind of city talk?
I think I'll have a drink first. As long as I'm not intruding.
Yeah, I mean, is that some kind of city talk there? It must be ladies' night.
God damn it!
Yeah, there's a really fucked up scene in this movie where they line his legs up on like a piece of lumber and smash his knees in. His leg.
Yeah, towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, that to me is one of the biggest.
No, the first fucking Wicker Man movie is so much more fucked up.
Midsummer, and I have the feeling.
Well, the bear costume too, man.
And saw that scene.
The bear costume is straight up from this movie. You know, like this movie is what influenced that Midsummer
Has
bear
anyone
thing.
done a breakdown of this compared to Midsummer? Because there's a lot of weird connections.
There's this big direct influence
understand
from
until
Wicker
now.
Man.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
He just like punches this bitch.
How is that not getting memed out harder?
Yeah, that really should.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
Whoever sister is looking really good.
Oh yeah, even dude, there's some good looking shit girls in this for sure.
Well, you know why?
It's a big
Because
part of it, though.
they're femme fatales. They're like drawing him into the world, seducing him.
This hers? Tell me!
Yes, I think yeah.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
I don't know.
He's not an over actor at all, by the way. He's playing it straight.
This kind of, what it reminds me of in a weird way is
How to Get Burned.
Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci.
Dude, so I was watching Sleepy Hollow today. I've been watching a lot of horror stuff today. Dude, Sleepy Hollow is like a perfect movie. That's a perfect movie.
Yeah, I gotta see the pacing.
There's like nothing wrong with it.
The pacing of it is so smooth.
Yeah, and the set is awesome. It's a perfect movie for Tim Burton to do. It was like,
I don't know, it's just to me it felt
perfect for him.
You know what it felt like? It felt like a holiday, like Christmas type movie, even though it's like not a Halloween movie, but it feels like.
Yeah, it's not. I was realizing it when I was watching it. I was like, this isn't Halloween enough.
Like, there's something about it that it almost like the way like Harry Potter gets shown during Christmas all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's about like the whole feel and energy of the film that is like for a holiday, even though it's not based around it whatsoever. Like that's not the intention of its release. Well, maybe it was. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, Ellen Burstyn, by the way. Just saw her in fucking the Exorcist movie. And she was horrible. The mom from Requiem for a Dream. You'll remember that part. You'll remember that part.
Think of her
sure.
Like for who's she in the Last Picture Show?
I don't know. But let's go through some of these reviews here. Most of these good reviews, by the way, I noticed we're still making fun of the movie, and I agree with that. One of the best unintentionally funny movies in the years. So I love how. So this is kind of how I thought about it. I was like, I didn't hate watching this movie, but it is bad. Wicker Man is not a good movie. That's out there.
No, but there's a self-awareness to it.
I don't think there is. I think they were trying to make something that was creepy. I think they just didn't.
No, I don't mean like.
That's what's good about it.
I don't mean. I mean,
it wasn't like Sharknado where they're trying to be like making a bad movie. It was like, no, we didn't realize it.
I don't mean in the creation of it. I mean in the fan base.
Yeah, I mean, this person says I would rank it up there with Airplane, Monty Python. What's the best part about this? The film is supposed to be a horror movie. Yeah, it is true. This is not scary like whatsoever. Where the first movie is kind of creepy, especially the end of the first movie. It's very fucking scary. I think the religious aspects to the first movie was kind of creepy. And Christopher Lee, of course, is good. The original director is good. The original director had nothing to do with this movie.
I think that's what he took away from it and used for Midsummer.
Oh yeah.
But you know, like, don't you remember like the whole beginning of Midsummer where the suicide slow-mo beginning of the body being found and the test tube is well, and it's just a very, very slow reveal, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's a slow paced movie, but it kind of like is just good.
And that's like the main criticism that I've heard from a lot of 70s directors, that they waste the opening sequence on some like aerial view of a city, or you know, like some big slow montage of a helicopter scene revealing some disposition, you know. Is like the beginning of the film needs to be really visceral and impactful, and if you're not doing that, you're completely fucking up.
Yeah. This one's good. It's another 10 out of 10, but it's more or less making fun of the movie still. The funniest comedy of 2006. Yeah. Definitely.
God damn it!
Yeah. So here's the story. Yeah, the story is exactly like the other one. It's a policeman that's investigating a murder, but they interjected this ex-wife thing to this, where it then turns out to be his daughter. Like, all the stupid connections they added were dumb. That was what was good about the first one. It was just like, he's a British policeman going to the islands.
I guess they thought the original plot wasn't enough. They needed to interject.
Yeah, they didn't need to do this. The plot is enough. It's funny. It's way enough. Way enough. They actually, it's also like one of those movies that like didn't need to be remade, because truthfully, I watched the Wicker Man. It still like holds up for what it is. It really holds up. Like, really holds up. I don't think this was something that like warrants making a reboot. Some things do, you know. Same thing with Halloween. Does that really need to be rebooted? The first one's good. I think it's just, again, it's like the quest for more money. Like the Swartz.
No,
like,
none of them need to be rebooted.
Well, no, there are some movies that like, all right, I could get it. Like, you know, like even like that Let the Right One In movie. Like I get it being rebooted because it's
that
so Swedish.
Vampire movie.
Yeah, it's so Swedish and foreign. Where you're like, okay, we can make this.
Grace Moretz.
Yeah, it's like we can make this more American.
Yeah, so
I get that.
They took some like little gay Swedish kid and made it some like sexualized little girl instead.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it, because you're like, let's make it American. But
yeah, have you heard of this? There's like this magazine in the 70s where they would have like 13, 14-year-old models. I forget the name of it, but it was really like a high-end pedal magazine where they would make like 13, 14-year-old girls look like they were,
I don't think I know this,
20 or 30. And Jimmy Page fucked one of them that was in it. Iggy Pop fucked like somebody in it. Like, it was almost like this version. It was like a combination of like Playboy and like
yeah, I see. They were I have heard this by
like groupie, like they're like made out to be groupies And
yeah, I've heard that. But yeah, what Jizz Doctor is saying is that these
movies, Star Magazine.
Yeah, the movie rights will be lost if they don't make sequels or reboots. Yeah, I've heard that. That sucks. That does suck that they need to do this.
Well, it's also like, how do you not just want to tap back into a market that you know already was successful? I mean, it's so easy to just expect and assume there's going to be a floor fan base, and if you do a good job, maybe you get more than the base.
Also, why not just why not just like remake it like to a T, like, and then just make it more like, you know what I mean? Like, why do you have to interject the stupid Nicolas Cage stuff? Like, you know, like, just make it to a T. Why not just remake it? Like, actually remake it. This is not actually remaking it.
What they should have done
adding
is
their spin.
Somebody who's not so psychotic and cartoony as Nicolas Cage. You know, get some like very understated British actor or something. You know.
Yeah, that's what would have made it like exactly kind of with the original. And then you get Christopher Lee in there as the weirdo.
But this thing is like, they're not trying to remake the original. They're trying to just rape the franchise and have some more interesting version of it that'll get more attention.
This review made a drinking game out of it. The Wicker Man drinking game. Drink if Nicolas Cage in a bear suit punches a woman in the face. We saw
That's
that.
one. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage pops pills. That happens a lot.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's.
I need to see this
medication.
I felt like I've seen so many clips where I've seen the movie, but I need to watch it all the way through.
Yeah, Dracula. I get you on that. I do like the Dracula by Coppola, the one with fucking
Gary Oldman,
the Bill and Ted guy, gets in there.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, the Bill and Ted guy. Yeah.
Winona Ryder.
Yep. Gary Oldman. Yeah, I like that. That's my favorite Dracula movie. That one's good. But yeah, I know you're talking about the Luke
Really,
Evans.
I kind of like.
Then there's you like Van Helsing.
Willem Dafoe Nosferatu reboot that came out. It's pretty.
It's okay. I know what you're talking about. That's isn't that Werner Herzog?
Yeah, and
yeah, that movie's not that good. No, I like the original one.
No. That's not Willem Dafoe is not in the Werner Herzog one.
Is that the other guy from
Werner Herzog?
Yeah, that's
one.
Exactly. That's him.
I'm talking about the one where they're making the movie and they're not sure if the actor's actually a vampire or not, and it turns out it is a vampire the entire time, and they're letting him get away with like really disgusting shit just for the sake of making the movie.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
I like Willem Dafoe too. He's definitely a weirdo. Fuck.
Total weirdo. Another one here. Nicolas Cage hits anything trying to hurt it, which happens a few times. Willow, who's like a hot girl. That's his ex-wife. I don't know what the fuck it is. Ex-girlfriend. I don't know. Fails to complete a sentence. Yeah, that happens all the time. Anything gets hit by a truck. That happens once, I think. Nicolas Cage raises his voice and shouts that. You could be drunk off your ass.
Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't even qualify because you would have alcohol poisoning.
You'd be fucking you'd be dead. Yep. Nicolas Cage makes a unreasonable demand. Yeah, you'd also be pretty fucked up.
Have you seen those clips of that weird vampire movie Nicolas Cage is in, where he's overacting insanely?
That kind of seems fun. That Remsworth movie. I kind of want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
No, I want to see it too, but it feels like a combination of Wall Street and I don't know. It seems so psychotic. I can't really gauge what the fuck it is.
I heard decent things about it. Actually, I heard it was all right. Drink for the entire time.
Whether it's good or bad, I'm sure it's at least fun to watch.
Drink for the entire time. Nicolas Cage is on a bike. Okay, that's like one scene, so you can get pretty railed off of that.
Renfeld.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I'm not talking about Renfeld. That's the new vampire one. I'm talking about the one that was in like the.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that. That's
no,
only Nicolas Cage.
I was talking about like the vampire movie he was in like the late '80s, where his like overacting is insane.
Oh, Vampire's Kiss. You're talking about
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about that. I know which one you're
That's
talking
when
about.
that's when the origin of his insane acting really came to pass. You know, that was like the inception of him being like an absolute psycho.
Well, here's a 1 out of 10 review here. They write,
Oh, by the way, they're making a Face Off reboot, and I'm actually really
Nice.
looking forward to it. Sadly,
nice. Sounds good. The film was so bad I had to question why The Wicker Man was remade. Well, we're doing the same thing. And Nick, you're better than this. Is he? Is he better than this? I don't know. You sure about that?
Based on
Yeah, I
his
don't know.
track
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like,
he
you're
did
actually
that Ghost
saying that?
Rider fucking shit.
You sure about that?
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing? You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
I
Yeah,
forgot.
no.
I forgot that you made this version of it.
Yeah, I got that one. I got that one in there.
Well, we probably should have had like
Before.
a Halloween version of it, but it's a little
I should
too
have had a
much,
Halloween
guys.
version, but it's a little too much to ask. This one says it's a classic for all the wrong reasons. This is true. This movie is more ridiculous
It's
than
more
it is like
infamous than good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like no, not the bees. Like how did it get burned? Yeah, there's a lot of clips. Like all the clips I basically showed that were just
Oh, the bees though. We got in the bees.
yeah, the bees was just kind of a stupid part. He's just running away and says, "Not the bees." Like it's stupid. I don't know.
But he's not running away. He's got a mask on.
Well, at one point though, when he says not the bees, it's when he's running away from the bee, like the beehives. Yeah, he says it twice. But yeah, he punches women constantly. I mean, he punches women twice in this movie. That's something you have to realize, like twice, not once, but twice. But this is the one that I liked a lot.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that right there. Can't go wrong with that. What do I got next? Last and final thing. Talking about Friday the 13th from 2009. Yeah, this movie was fucking forgettable. It's just I don't know. I don't really like Friday the 13th, but also this movie just typical bad horror movie, bad slasher. I don't know. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I feel the same way about most Friday the 13th. I like the one with Corey Feldman. I don't know why. I guess maybe because that's like it's kind of more of a family-based thing. There's like a mom, there's a kid, there's like the sister. They're like kind of the people you're rooting for. I don't know. That one's all right. I think it's Halloween 4. That one's not that bad. Not Halloween 4. I'm sorry, Friday the 13th 4. Every other one I just didn't really like. It wasn't for me.
Yes. What the fuck? What is this? No!
By the way, Jason in this movie grows weed to entice people to go get the weed and then smoke it, and then he can kill them later. Yeah, that happened in this. Yeah, Michael Bay did make this Friday the 13th also. Yeah. I guess Michael Bay got the deal with New Line Cinema. By the way, love New Line Cinema. And gotta give it credit, because if there wasn't for Freddy, man, there would be no Lord of the Rings by Peter Jackson. That would have not happened. The reason we have Lord of the Rings is because of Freddy. Freddy made New Line Cinema. Everyone passed on the Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, but New Line Cinema said, hey, we'll fucking make it. And that's why we got Lord of the Rings. So, fuck. I love it. Yeah, but I guess somehow Michael Bay got involved with making the Freddy thing, and then making also this Friday the 13th movie. And there, you could tell it was the case, because one was 2009, which was this one, and then the Freddy movie was 2010. So it was kind of like a back-to-back kind of shit fest right there. Yeah, this movie's just fucking boring. can't say anything good about it except for there's a part where a black guy is like smoking a bong and masturbating to a girl in a Sears catalog. I think that actually made me laugh. I was like, that's kind of funny. He even says like, this'll do. Like, like, and I was like, all right, I kind of like that bit. It's a kind of a funny idea. Elsewise, this movie fucking sucked. Yeah, Michael Bay produced the Purge movies. Oh, I didn't know that. I've never seen the Purge movies. That's not been, I don't know. Again, no interest in those. I guess I don't know. Never had an interest in the Purge stuff. I don't know. I feel like a lot of new horror stuff doesn't really hit with me. I liked The Conjuring. Kinda. That was okay. I didn't think the new Exorcist was as bad as everyone said. I thought it was okay. I guess, you know what? I kind of like religious connotations thrown into a horror movie, so maybe that kind of puts it in there. But Michael Bay, man. Shame on you. Made some bad movies here. People liked it, though. Some people liked it, and I was like, why? I mean, I guess if you like, shitty slasher movies, like this is the same thing. So I was thinking, like, okay, I get it. This is another shitty slasher movie. Human Centipede, I've seen it. It was okay. Yeah, I mean, Tusk, Human Centipede, the creep out kind of body horror stuff was all right. Yeah. I think of Tusk when I think of Human Centipede as well. I'll throw that in there. It's okay. I mean, it definitely creeped me out. Just the concept. It's horrifying, the concept. But, you know, I guess it's like all you can do nowadays is go over the top. A Serbian film. I've never seen a Serbian film. A Serbian film. I have to look that up.
Has a scene where this ex-porn actor has sex with like a newborn baby.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the most infamous, fucked up horror movies ever made. I'm trying to think what would be comparable.
Oh, that sounds bad.
I guess Irreversible.
Yeah, that's bad too. Yeah.
Yeah, that fire extinguisher scene is pretty fucked up, and then the rape sequence in the train station is pretty brutal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of more fucked up shit than that.
Yeah, I remember I saw a Japanese. I can't remember the name, but it was a Japanese horror movie.
I
like Green Inferno.
Movies ever made because
I saw it. It feels, I don't know. It's okay. I know there's real animals dying in it. It wasn't that good. Oh, I like Green Inferno.
It's not about the visuals.
I
it's about they used real animals and killed all of them.
Yeah. Green Inferno, by the way, is pretty much a remake of Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah.
It's one of those movies where I remember you had like a screensaver on the TV where it would show
you know what's a good movie?
Tile version of all the movies you had, and Green Inferno was always on that tile.
Yeah, I wonder why I can't get that. I like that screensaver on my Apple TV. They got rid of that. I like that shit. You know, there's another Green movie in there. Green Room. I like the Green Room a lot. Green Room was good. Patrick Stewart. By the way, I just watched Life Force. Patrick Stewart's in that too.
Soylent Green would be a nice reboot to make.
Oh yeah. I was going back to the most fucked up horror movie I saw, but it was an anthology horror movie. It was Japanese, and there is a Japanese thing where they're putting aborted babies, like aborted fetuses, into dumplings, and then they're feeding these dumplings as like a delicacy to people. So all these people are eating like these aborted fetuses and dumplings. I don't remember the name of this movie, but it was really fucked up.
Really, I saw
that was probably the most fucked up thing I've ever seen.
Where they were taking it was like it was sort of like Hell Hotel, where they were selling human meat to people without them knowing it, and they were putting it inside dumplings and stuff, but it wasn't I don't think it was the same thing as that. That sounds like something completely.
Yeah, it was really fucked up. Right now, I'm watching a movie called Little Witches from 1996, and there's some good tits in it. So, some real good tits.
Little
in
Witches.
That. It's called Little Witches from 1996. Yeah, a lot of tits in this one. That's a good horror movie right there when you got some violence and some tits. There was a bunch of tits, by the way, in this movie, Friday the 13th, and some good tits. So don't get me wrong on that. There was that did come into play early in the movie, middle of the movie, all that stuff. So there was that. This is a good review. I thought this was kind of funny. This is from Darth Yoda. It's a good name. I guess they like Star Trek. Big Star Trek fan. 10 out of 10. Solid outing for the angry goalie. I thought that was funny. That made me laugh. It was a good stream for the goalie. Kevin Bacon's big sex and death scene. I don't remember when that happened. Oh yeah, that Kevin Bacon is in the first movie. I forgot about that. I always forget that he's in the first.
Daughter acts now too.
Yeah. Did you remember that he was in the first Friday the 13th?
Yeah, he has an arrow shot through his neck.
Oh, and there's actually in this movie, there's a guy from Party Down, the blonde guy from Party Down, gets an arrow shot through his head. So maybe a little reference to that one.
Yeah, I
thought Kevin Bacon gets stabbed through the chest. I thought he gets stabbed through the chest through the bed. That's what I remember.
Chest or neck? I thought it was the neck.
I thought it's through the bed, like from the bottom of the bed.
Through a bed, but through their neck.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah,
it's not even a bed. It's like a cot.
Yeah, it's a cot. Yeah.
You ever slept in a cot?
Yeah, I've slept in a cot. Yeah, sure.
It's fucking horrible. You can feel like every spring and piece of fucking whatever the fucking metal shit is as the framing all in your back. It's got no support whatsoever.
This one's from Andy, 1981. Clever name. I guess they're born in 1981. This garbage is Friday the 13th meets Farley Brothers meets Texas Chainsaw.
Speaking of garbage, a good horror movie, probably unintentionally, is the Garbage Pail Kids movie. That shit is fucking.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. That is pretty scary.
It's like
I don't know. This movie wasn't goofy enough.
The Goonies, and ripped off like how all the characters feel, and made a shitty. I don't know. It's almost like a video game movie in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get why they're trying to say this is Farrelly Brothers-esque because this movie is not goofy enough. I think you're away, but there's a funny part where a black guy
fart jokes and some kind of piss humor.
Not really. There's a part where the black guy smokes a bong and then like pulls out this Sears catalog and he's like gonna jerk off and he's like, well, I guess this is all I got. That was like the funniest part of the whole thing. That was the only like real comedy. I don't know. I mean, talk about comedy, man. Jason's a funny character right there. He brings the comedy, right? He's like a chock full of laughs right there. Talking about a funny character.
You know what I've noticed? I see all your movies, man. And you know what I've really noticed? You're angry. And I don't mean to laugh, excuse me, it's just the way I am. But you're angry. What happened, man? Where did it all begin?
Oh, wow. Bringing an Arsenio clip in here. Well, we got the same idea right there in our head.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I was watching some earlier clips of, gorillas kind of behaving badly at zoos recently, and they were doing a lot of the same type of stuff.
They were Arsenio fans.
Whooping and hollering. Well, it's a similar mannerism. I feel like it's not unintentional,
Maybe he played into that. This one's titled, I Hated This. Yeah, I mean, I kind of hated this movie too. I was like, This
Hating is a very strong word.
No, I would say I generally hated this movie. I really did. But I generally hate most Friday the 13th movies, and I watched, by the way,
between outright hating and genuinely hating.
I think
it's like a level of
line there.
You're not fully invested in the hate.
I don't know, man. I watched Jason X, and I kind of hated the idea of it, but it was kind of fun too. Yeah, it's actually like, I mean, that one wasn't that. Like, I watched both. I watched this movie and I watched that, and I was like, yeah, that Jason X is so over the top. It's fucking crazy, but it was kind of fun at the same time. This is like not fun. This is just like shit.
That Jason X
typical
reminded me of.
It's not that bad.
Mortal Kombat franchise.
Yeah, it's also. I mean, like, I don't know. It's like, again, there's a lot of hot women in that, but it's goofy. And it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I didn't hate it. It's bad. I wouldn't say it's a good movie, but like I kind of was just bored of this movie. Like the same thing with the Nightmare on Elm Street, where it's just like just boring. You know, like it didn't even. There's nothing even to talk about. It's just I get it. You're just trying to make a movie to make a movie. You know, like it's not Wicker Man. That's where it's like I actually had a fun time watching Wicker Man because it was ridiculous. You know, I had a fun time watching Jason X because it's ridiculous. Halloween, the remake, man, it's funny. It really does look like gold compared to a lot of these movies. It's actually like pretty good. It's a very highly watchable film. That's all I'll say. Like head and shoulders above these movies.
Just keep in mind the level of the bar.
Yeah, no, but again, like it's like head and shoulders above these movies. Like it's not even close. They're not even close.
Speaking of Head and Shoulders, you don't see their commercials anymore.
Yeah, what's with that? Where's Mike Piazza these days, right? What's he, sucking dick
I guess
somewhere?
nobody cares about dandruff anymore.
Sucking fucking, what's that? Ken something?
I don't know. Why? I heard rumors of Mike Piazza being gay, so I'm curious why you're leaning into that.
I think people just think he sucks. I don't know. Who's that guy? Ken something? Ken Hernandez?
No, Keith Hernandez.
Keith Hernandez, the Seinfeld guy. He wouldn't even he wouldn't even help Jerry move.
No,
Jerry wouldn't help him
move because
Jerry
he had this like, kind of gay relationship with him, but he was fucking Elaine at the time, so it was like this weird triangular. You know, because Jerry fucked Elaine. Elaine's fucking Keith, and Jerry wants to fuck Keith.
Right. And then, meanwhile, the best gay
Speaking of Seinfeld,
relationship is
these,
David Duchovny and
AI Seinfeld clips.
Oh, I don't have those ready, but next time. But speaking of Dave Duchovny, he was trying to fuck Gary Shandling, and that was a funnier.
Right.
On both things.
But also, I thought like
yeah, there are pretty girls.
I felt like almost they like had fucked.
Yeah, you know it's funny. Jizz Doctor Forever has got some points here. Means you're going to go over the top with explosions. Yes, there are explosions in this. There's explosions, like Michael Bay likes to do. There's pretty girls, but also all these pretty girls have fake tits. Like really obviously fake tits, and they're good, but they're like very fake tits. And when I'm watching,
the nipple is so stressed out and almost like a Frankenstein creation.
Or it's just like the nipples are small, like they don't even fit. They don't even fit the big.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're small
to
begin with, but then they get like stretched out, and they look almost like they're on the board of exploding.
Yeah, and then watch Life Force from 1985, the movie I just fucking saw. Look at those tits. Some real natural tits. Jesus Christ. Some of the best tits in a horror movie ever. I think that's unanimous decided too. That's like everyone knows that. That's the famous thing from Life Force is a naked fucking girl in Life Force. Big part of it.
Well, the opening sequence is pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Right? She gets up from a hospital bed and walks down some stairs and murders a bunch of people with these weird electric ray like Raiden powers. Going back,
I mean, even
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we'll talk about other movies here. Wicker Man has some good tits in there, some good natural 70s tits. Halloween has some good 70s tits in it in multiple scenes there.
Does Halloween?
I don't. Oh yeah. Remember, there's a couple people like kids having sex, and then remember, the girl thinks it's her boyfriend in the ghost outfit, and it turns out to be Michael Myers in the sheet.
And then she gets.
Dude, there's no blood. Also, this is something that I like about Halloween.
Just by the door from the blade.
Yeah, and I mean I like gore, but Halloween doesn't even have gore.
No,
they just show the knife
no
going in.
Of it.
Yeah, it's actually creepier, man. It's creepier when you don't see like a big splash of blood. It's just like, which is realistic. It's like,
yeah, I mean that's
the blood
why
would come later.
Dolls works and stuff like that, and Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, slumber party tits for sure.
What you show is like amazing. You know, you spend a lot of time on it, but then everything else you kind of try and get away with and coast through not having it displayed. And it's just to the imagination of the person of what's actually going on. You know, off-screen kills are very impactful too. It's just the audio and how they stage everything. You know,
that's what's like something I like about Halloween is everyone like like people classify Halloween with like these Friday the 13th movies, and the Friday the 13th movies are fucking shit. They're just like all about the killing.
No, they feel the schlockiest.
I don't like it, man, because Halloween wasn't really about that.
They really are the most mindless,
like
emptiest of the slashers. Everything else has a lot more to it.
The original Halloween movie is so fucking moody and like so well directed. It's like, again, we're talking about Head and Shoulders above, anything Friday the 13th. And then Nightmare on Elm Street is good on a different way because it's just like kind of funny, it's goofy, it's like more experimental. Yeah, it's like I agree. Like where someone said like, oh, I like Nightmare on Elm Street better than Halloween, I'd be like, okay, I get your point. But someone saying like I like the original Friday the 13th better than all those, like no, you're wrong. That movie's shit.
I like to do like an Ameriprise or a Hertz rental car commercial if I could.
Yeah. And then, like, I mean, I get it with Friday 13th, where it's like I like a movie that's low budget and then came out of nowhere. Okay, I get what you're saying there. It's cool for that. It's a very boring movie outside of Jason killing people. It's just
it is very slow. It's a lot of padding.
Yeah, because it's just like it's just like shithead fucking teenagers in the woods, where like Halloween has like very interesting parts.
Halloween is so much padding because it's gotta just
but it's all interesting though.
Time, but it knows how minimal it is.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting stuff though. It's like I don't know. Like even all the padding, it's good, like, man.
When you pad, you want to at least pad in an interesting way. So it's
like I'm thinking the padding. Like I'm thinking of padding stuff. You have Lori with her friends, and that was kind of funny. Like they're smoking pot in the car and all that stuff, and it's kind of goofy. Then like her babysitting with the kids, and that was kind of good because it's like it's kind of establishing this like threat where you're like, I don't want these kids to get killed. Like you're getting that like
if
you're establishing
movies,
like stakes.
Listen to enough full-length albums, you need like filler padding shit just to have like a full release. Like with albums, not every song is going to be great. You just have to have at least like 3 or 4 or 5 of them enough to carry the shit that's is not that good.
Yeah, but I think it comes down to I think I pinpointed this.
And a half worth.
It comes down to stakes, where it's like when these fucking shithead teenagers are out in fucking Friday the 13th, there's no stakes. They're just fucking little shithole teenagers. There's stakes involved in Halloween where it's like you don't want these kids to get killed. Laurie's watching them. You don't want these like teenagers to get killed because they don't realize there's a killer on the loose. Like it's different. I don't know. Filler was Halloween 3, but then Halloween 3, man, I don't know. I like Halloween 3 just because it's so different and weird. Like Halloween 3 is again, it's probably one of my favorite Halloweens. And I I love that song. But I don't know. I mean, it does have some filler. But what's that guy? Tom something from what's the guy?
Savini?
Tom from. He's
Morello?
in all John Carpenter stuff. Tom Atkins. I really like Tom Atkins and all like John Carpenter shit. I don't know. It just got a good vibe to it. Yeah, I get why someone wouldn't like Halloween 3 though. I get it. Believe me, I get it.
Do you have that movie, The Stuff? That's
I have The Stuff. Yeah.
Ripoff? I really want to see that shit. I gotta. I think I want to watch it. Like, it's pretty late.
You ever see Street Trash?
No, just clips of like amazing sequences of these like insane psychedelic.
Dude, Street Trash is fucking. Dude, go watch Street Trash. It's a. I
No,
mean, we're from New
seen
Jersey.
like a bunch of.
It's like
I've seen like a
in
bunch
New
of
Jersey.
the,
It's awesome. Street Trash is great.
highlight clips of it where it's like really insane psychedelic, like body decompositions, and they're like a weird zombie hybrid thing, but they don't really kill people; they just disintegrate and freak out and die.
Yeah, it's just all about this like liquor that is like off-market liquor that's turning people into zombies. That's basically, and then like a lot of homeless people are drinking it and like fucking.
Yeah, but then the
Street
main
trash.
villain is like this war veteran,
there's
who's absolute psychopath with a bone knife, and he has like these brothels of prostitute women that he fucks, but also is like defensive over his territory in the junkyard, and
by the way, this movie
murders
Little
all these
Witches.
helpless people and stuff. Yeah, no, it's I need to see that shit. Like I
This
feel
movie
like
Little Witches is something to watch. There's like fucking 8 girls naked right now in this scene I'm watching.
Little
It's
bitches.
like, yeah, it's called Little Witches from 1996. There's a lot of tits and ass going on in this scene here.
Who's in it?
No one I know, but I've heard people. I mean, I had it downloaded and I was like, oh, I'll check this out.
So
I got a Halloween playlist going on here. Got a Halloween playlist. I mean, Evil Tunes too, by the way, was a very good nudity focused movie. That one I can think of for sure.
Yeah, Evil Tunes has this redheaded actress with glasses. That's
oh yeah, another like oh yeah.
She's
Life
in a
Force
lot
level.
of different stuff too.
No, yeah, basically all these movies I'm like putting on here are all just like filled with tits.
Yeah, because
That's what you
at
want,
that
man.
point in time,
And I'm gonna play The Shining just to end Halloween
you can
right
see
with The
like
Shining.
Deep Throat in theaters, and like it was one of the biggest movies out at the time. You know, like Deep Throat was like a top 5 release. Like if it was almost like going to see the new
Yeah, and it was a fucking
Jones
porn
shit.
movie. It was a porno movie. It's crazy.
I know, but I'm saying like the scale.
It was like a
and scale
Barbenheimer kind of level.
were that
Money,
mainstream.
yeah, it's crazy.
at the time, where you see a movie like Deep Throat, and it would be like just going to see something in theaters, like.
But I think you'd have to go to like a porno movie theater. But I guess people were actually going in droves to go see this shit. Maybe a lot of teen people or like college age people were going to see it. I don't know why. Kind of not a good. I don't know. Not the greatest porno. Come on. I mean, we're all just desensitized to that though these days. So yeah, they didn't have amateur porn on Pornhub like we got. So that's the case of it. The trope was the sexuality free women and dudes would get killed first by the serial killer. The virgin dies last. Now everyone dies. Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. They killed off the virgin in Friday 13th in this movie. They didn't even have a final girl. The final girl shit kind of gets a little old to me. I like Laurie Strode.
I mean,
That's the
pretty
best final girl.
obvious trope that you almost expect the plot to then, kind of fulfill the destiny of it. So it gets pretty underwhelming because you really anticipate and expect what's going to happen, and it happens. So
yeah, but like a lot of these movies were like the Halloween was pre the trope of this. They created the trope. There was a point where this was created, like pre the trope. It wasn't a trope at one point.
No, I'm sure there was stuff before Halloween. Halloween just made more money than any of it.
Yeah, but there wasn't really. I don't know. There wasn't Halloween really was the first slasher, even though again I wouldn't consider it a slasher like Friday the 13th, but it was the first quote unquote slasher.
No, I mean there've been stabbing movies. Giallos are slashers.
Those are still, man. A lot of those are 80s, and even they're not pre 78. A lot of those come later. We're talking a lot of those Giallo movies are from the 80s. Look it up. Halloween really was a big factor in that kind of thing. A lot of horror movies, even from the 60s on.
Like Bay of Blood. There's like horror movies from the 60s that will predate and influence Halloween. It's
a
little
bit.
It came out of nowhere.
A little bit. I think you did kind of. It was a little new.
Have you seen Bay of Blood with the Saw?
I don't think I've seen that one. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look at Halloween influences for 1978. I mean, I know how. What is his name? John Carpenter wanted to make it an anthology series where. All right, I'll agree with this. He said his biggest influence for Psycho, or for Halloween, was Psycho, and I get that.
Yeah, but that's
redundant. Especially with the knives.
Everyone's influence was Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Alfred
and there's
Hitchcock was like.
By the way, there's no final girl in that one. That girl gets killed off in the first 20 minutes. So, spoiler to a 19.
Well, yeah, but that in itself was like a huge deal.
Yeah, I mean, even I'm looking at this. It's
early. Even
basically,
Brian De Palma said, like he ripped that off completely.
I mean, it is basically being thought of as the start of the slasher. You can look this up. It's 1978 Halloween, and even Halloween 1978, like the numbers on it, we're talking crazy. Like I'm gonna look at the box office numbers. It's nuts up there. It's again, this is a budget that was like $34,000. I remember seeing that. It's like a nothing budget. Nothing budget. It made $70 million in 1978, which I mean, I don't even know the inflation calculator on that. That's like
you can
crazy.
Take away from all this is that people have now devalued the significance of the Virgin.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So, inflation calculator, it's about $200-something million. From a $34,000 movie.
Put The Exorcist in the inflation calculator.
Oh yeah, Exorcist is does it way better. Exorcist is like the most successful horror movie of all time.
Do we still have any Exorcist clips, or we deleted those?
I don't think I have any Exorcist clips. But
well,
it
not
really
Exorcist
is.
Clips. We have William Friedkin clips.
I have a William Friedkin.
Same thing.
For us is a brand new song. What's this song about?
The song is about, it's called What Up With Youth, and it's about what's up with the youth in America today, gang violence, drugs, and that kind of thing, trying to make the world a better place.
Hey, I could relate to that for sure. Let me tell you something, man. I'm not kidding. I really think that's good for the youth,
You wrote this yourself?
Yeah. You wrote it yourself?
Wrote it and produced it, yeah.
Let's hear for Corey right now with the song. Let's all start dancing, baby. Go ahead, Corey.
me chode jeans and I almost killed myself.
What are chode jeans?
Chode jeans. They're jeans for a chode. Size 54 waist, 10-inch legs, fucking junk. Julie gave them to me.
It was just a joke.
I almost killed myself, Julie!
Did you ever watch any of the sequels or have any thoughts on any of the sequels over the years?
Are you putting me on?
No.
I have never seen a frame of any of the sequels. I don't give a flying fuck into a rolling donut about what Al Pacino thinks.
None of us do, right? I mean, does anyone care? I mean, Al Pacino's so cooked out of his gills, right?
But whenever I see that Joe Jean clip, I have
oh god,
I have PSTD of when we had the Secret Santa shit at work, and they said, okay, you know, you can buy a serious gift, but joke gifts are okay. And then I got wrapping paper and wrapped it in wrapping paper as like a weird meta joke. And everyone,
I don't know about that one.
Everyone who got my gift was getting like amazing shit, you know, like awesome gifts. And the girl who got my gift opened it up and was like so horrible because everyone else is getting like navigation things and like iPods and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oof.
And I was the only asshole to give a joke gift. And they opened it up and then ran into the bathroom crying. And like all the women in the office ran in to console them.
Did they find out who it
was? I was
was?
just sitting there like hoping like nobody ratted me out, like who gave the gift, you know.
Oh, I'm sure they
At the same time, everyone was thinking like, who gave this gift, you know? And
Oof.
everyone was like looking at each other like it wasn't me, but also like looking at it like it was me.
Did you have to like play into like it wasn't me?
Well, yeah, I didn't want anyone to know that I did that.
Oh, jeez. What's Jizz?
Secret Santa is, you know, indiscreet. Nobody knows who gave what gift to anybody. That's the whole point.
Yeah, no, it's White Elephant, right? White Elephant or something.
The process of elimination, they eventually found out.
They figured it out. That's why. Did you get fired from that? Was it because of the?
I feel like I might have. Yeah. If it wasn't that, it was something else. But
could have been that, man. You should just got her an iPad.
I
ponied up for an iPad Mini.
They said to do joke gifts.
Yeah, like, no one ever means that. No one ever means
what's
that.
What's better of a joke gift than wrapping paper in wrapping?
Yeah, that's not a good joke gift. No, the better joke gift would be like
in the end,
apples to apples or something. You know, like some kind of like joke game or something funny.
No, but I thought like in the end they can
That's
at least
not funny.
take wrapping paper and use it for
No,
a
it's
gift
not
to
funny.
somebody else.
It's kind of mean spirited. It's like Grinch level shit right there.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm definitely.
You gave her a Grinch gift. Well, hey,
if you put me in like an office, I get like sociopath levels of interactivity.
What's Jizz Doctor here saying? Have you ever read the plot for Psycho? It's interesting how people felt sorry for the lady in the shower and said the scene made women not want to shower with the curtain pulled. But she was a thief who stole tons of money from her boss to skip town.
Weird about that is I had
That's
shower
true.
curtains and I took them off, and now I have this like plastic sheet that blocks the water, but I can still see through it if somebody's gonna sneak in and murder me.
Oh, so you want to see? Yeah.
Well, I just not see, but I at least want to like have some forewarning to defend myself with like.
So no Norman Bates could come in.
A bar of soap and a bottle of shampoo.
Yeah, you couldn't have a Norman Bates situation, I guess.
I feel like horror really traces back to just primal human existence stuff of, you know, being asleep in like a cave and hoping some saber-toothed shit doesn't sneak in and murder your entire family, or
right.
Like I showed this clip to Dave a couple weeks ago where it's all these like mega mammals that would feast on early primordial versions of humans, and they were like these kind of like midget dwarf people that look like monkeys, but they're definitely developed enough to like have their whole kind of existence, and they were being farmed by these hyenas that were the size of male lions.
No, yeah, I feel like there's still,
So
even
they're,
today, like
mammal hyenas that would.
You ever like go for a walk and see a snake and you get that primal instinct of like being afraid of it for no reason? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a weird thing, man.
Like for certain mega mammal species, we were just like in their food chain. Like they could go and farm like you and I for days and just murder us.
Well, back then, man,
there's fossils of these caves of they're like a mixture between like a weasel and a beaver, and their den is full of
weird
like
mammals,
these humanoid creatures that are our early early versions of man were just idiots who were farmed by animals.
Well, back then, man,
and then eventually everything like transfers to where now we farm. Like,
we farm them.
Were like the cattle back then. Like we were like the sheep and like the herd that a wolf would come in and murder. You know.
Yeah, no, those early
mammals. We're not
were
advanced enough yet to defend ourselves or even know like where to go or what to do.
Oh no, they were breaking new ground.
Lucasfilm logo. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but no title crawl. Oh well!
I applauded it for being different!
It broke new ground!
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Voy Kurag.
Gotta clap for that.
Gotta clap for it. Gotta clap for it.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Amazing. Whoa. Very cool.
Wow.
There you go. I got it in somehow.
What's the title crawl?
Oh, that's where the scrolling thing at the beginning of a Star Wars movie where it scrolls upwards, the title crawl. Where they tell you the story.
It's hard to really do that after Star Wars.
Oh no, I don't think anyone can. That's it.
I know it's just weird that a title call is that common of a term, even though I can only think of one thing ever doing it.
Well, Flash Gordon used to do it, but that's where George Lucas got it from.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy, wow. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
See? Got it in.
These are daggers dropped by my men that were slaughtered by an ice troll in the second age. But I do not like to talk of such things. And for you, Legolas, this is a new bow, so that you may kill a troll as quickly as I did, in under 10 seconds. And for Samwise Gamgee, rope forged from the hair of an ice troll that I killed many years ago. And for Frodo, the bottled tears of an ice troll. Did I mention I killed an ice troll many years ago? In under 10 seconds? Fare thee well, my friends, and may these gifts forged from the body of an ice troll that I killed many years ago in the second age in under 10 seconds. Fare you well on your journey.
And this comes into play too, the Lord of the Rings stuff with New Line Cinemas. This is all hand in hand stuff right here. No Freddy without no Lord of the Rings without Freddy, rather. You know, you need the house that Freddy made.
Makes sense because he did like Dead Alive and Brain Dead.
Yeah, I mean they were the first to like accept any of his shit. You know, no one else wanted to do it. But yeah, you're right. Like New Line Cinema, who's used to horror movies, would have liked some of the stuff he's done, seen that he's creative. You know, like major studios wouldn't look at that at the time.
Well, I don't think they probably saw the potential in something so disgusting and off-putting because they didn't want to handle what's going on. But if you look underneath all the fucked up low-grade schlock, there's, great editing, writing for what it is, just getting the most out of very little money. And if you look at that, then to me, I mean, that will sell immensely when you give them tons of money to work with. And I mean,
yeah, no, definitely true.
Unless it's King Kong.
Right.
But that's
King
where that's where
did you say King Come? Did you say King Come?
This is a good mystery. No. Just stand there.
Paparazzi! Paparazzi, Stop it now, Eddie. You're gonna
Paparazzi!
Stop it!
Paparazzi! Paparazzi!
Give me the camera. You are not a paparazzi. Stop it! Eddie!
Oh God.
Yeah, it's still good.
Every time I see this clip, it reminds me of Tropic Thunder.
Why?
Because you never want to go full.
Why Tropic Thunder? Oh yeah, you don't want to go full. Yeah.
This is the last Grossman. Who is this?
This is Flaming Dragon!
Oh, okay. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Wow.
Yeah, you got that clip in there. But hey, that's about it for now. Jizz Doctor Forever. Thanks for coming by. I like that name. Brilliant name.
It took
Fucking
a while
brilliant.
to figure out.
Yeah, now I get it. I get your acronyms in there. Maybe
I
we're
was
not
like
even saying it right.
more
What if
like
we're
kind of,
totally wrong? What he's like? No, I'm GZ.
Amalgamation of calligraphy.
Yeah, I'm GZDR Forever. I don't know, but I like Jizz Doctor Forever, so I don't know. It's a good name. Oh, yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, man, for coming by. No mixed sixaplex today. Where's he at? He's slacking.
Probably trick-or-treating.
He might be trick-or-treating. He could be. He's got kids. He's got children.
Well, he might be working. He has hours.
Yeah, I think that's why he likes our show, because
our
he's
streams,
working
he's
late.
Working.
He's on night shift at like a psych ward with Michael Myers. That's what I imagine.
Yeah, maybe that's
He's
why
like
he likes so much horror stuff, because it's like Exorcist.
He's like the Danny Trejo of that psych ward, you know?
Well, hopefully not. Doesn't he gets murdered?
Yeah, I guess hopefully. But that'd be 20 years later, though. 3 months before Danny Trejo is going to retire, he gets killed. That's the other tragic part of that. He's about to retire. He's going to retire in December, but Halloween gets him. Halloween gets him. All right, Lovitz. I'll check you later, man. We're at Wizard, or at twitter.com/wizard_shack or X, whatever you want to fucking call it. I don't know. I ain't no slave to fucking Elon Musk. I'm not a slave to Elon Musk. Right? I'm not doing like Pepsi curls with a Darth Maul t-shirt on.
Limited edition Star Wars Jeff Gordon Darth Maul Pepsi shirt. Andy's doing water curls. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not a slave to Darth Maul. Right?
No.
Double lightsaber kind of thing going on there. Do I plan to go see Five Nights at Freddy's?
I've been seeing the trailers nonstop.
I think I'm too old for it. I know like young little kids love Five Nights at Freddy's, so
I don't know.
I'm too old,
I think
man.
It looks kind of interesting. I know it's based off of a video game, and a lot of times that does not work out well.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a movie in a while, and I wouldn't mind going to see a movie, but I don't know, maybe. I mean, I wish there was more horror movies that I actually want to see out right now. But I mean, I saw the Exorcist
I
movie. I
mean,
thought it
yeah,
was
I was
okay.
gonna say you saw The Exorcist by
I saw the
yourself
Exorcist, but
in empty theater.
empty theater, yeah. You'd think it'd be creepier than it was, but no, it
You go
wasn't.
back like 4 or 5 episodes, you can see the footage.
Yeah, empty fucking theater. Actually, that theater is always empty. It's that theater is like probably not gonna be around in a
Well,
year.
it's because all the crackheads are outside.
I think just like no one wants to go see movies, man. But you know what? I did see that movie theater packed when Barbie was out. When Barbie was out, that movie theater was packed. So it all just depends on like if there's actually a movie people want to see, people will go. Hollywood, wink,
It's
wink.
strange how much of Barbenheimer was this massive cultural event.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was weird. I mean, also they
I
didn't
feel like
have
in the context of
they
film,
didn't have the
it's going
advertising.
to be very notable going forward.
Yeah, and a lot of these movies are saying like we didn't do so good because we couldn't advertise it on Jimmy Fallon, but Barbie and Oppenheimer, they couldn't do any of those late night shows at all, and look at those numbers. They're really good.
Do you think Christopher Nolan and all the people involved worked it out and planned it out to be this, or just?
No, I think it was kind of a coincidence.
It's too convenient to just have.
I think it was coincidence. I mean, they're not the same studio either. One's Warner Brothers, one's Universal. So
I know, but I mean, but it takes.
They're not even like
conversations.
They're not even
to get the shit in order.
They're not even studios that like work together or like each other, so it doesn't really make sense. You know, like not really. Even though there's like double features, it actually doesn't make any sense. You know, I would understand if they're both Universal or both, you know, something else, but no, they're different studios. It was all just a weird internet phenomenon that people just wanted to put together because they liked the name combo.
Well, it was more than the name. I mean, the dichotomy of how one was so bright and funny.
Yeah, like vice versa. Yeah.
And pink, and the other was like this depressive war drama, you know?
And also, I mean, like, I kind of get it because it's like, let's say you're, you know, dating a girl who wants to go see Barbie, but then you actually want to go see like a war movie. You know, it's like, I get the double feature idea. You know, it makes sense.
Double feature, that's like 5 hours in a row.
Oh no, I don't know who would have done that fucking double feature because Oppenheimer is fucking way too long.
I can barely make it through an hour and a half with like having
I wanted to go see that Killing a Moon Scorsese movie. Then I found out it was 3.5 hours, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna go watch that.
I don't know.
That's too long.
I honestly like
I had to bring like a lunch to go watch that.
I don't have any interest in seeing that shit.
Yeah, actually, every single person I've seen it talk about said it's not that good. They've all said it's like really bloated, really overrated.
I don't know why he's doing this.
Yeah, I heard it's really like, you know, like, which is funny because I always thought Christopher Nolan was very like self-sucking himself off, and I heard the same thing about this, where Scorsese's just sort of jacking himself off the whole time.
Self-fellatiating.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've heard, and it seems like it. And then also like the whole anti-white people thing with the Native Americans. It's like, all right, we get it. We've heard this before.
But
we've heard this before, man. You don't need to tell us like 5,000 times. You know, like, so I think that kind of turns everyone off. I don't know. I mean, Scorsese I like, but again, if that movie was an hour and fucking 30 minutes, I'd go see it tomorrow.
I mean, he's made tons of bad shit, just like Brian De Palma has. And
yeah, no, but again, if that movie was an hour and a half, I would go see it like opening night. I would have no issue going to see that movie. But a 3.5 hour movie, I'm like, I don't know. That's a fucking day. I'd have to like spend a day at the movie theater. I'd have to like be in a spa beforehand and then go get a.
It's like waiting through the dead marshes.
Yeah, waiting through that. Yeah, I have to be in like a salt chamber tank, like I'm in Altered States with William Hurt, and then go see that movie. You know, like no, I ain't doing that. I don't have a depredation tank. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know William Hurt. You know, that kind of thing. I think he's dead now.
I don't get drug tested for this position.
Oh well. I don't do drugs, so I'd be.
You still have the Wizinator?
No. Up with hope, down with the dope. That's what I say.
You got some clean piss, right?
I do have clean piss. I don't have any drugs in my system.
What would you sell for like a gram of piss or an ounce?
I don't know. $10.
Okay.
Nothing. 0. You can piss for free. I'm surprised there's not like piss. Like that should be online. I'm sure there's not like a piss Netflix type streaming service. Streaming that makes sense too. Pissing,
you
right?
Gotta get on
streaming.
like the dark web.
Yeah, streaming piss streams.
Reminds me of the Patton Oswalt joke where Piss Drinkers magazine is being disgraced.
Hey, it's an underrated fetish, man. There's a lot of piss freaks around. A lot of piss freaks around.
Knock those together. No.
Holy shit!
Jesus. Bobby, stop! Bobby, stop! With you?
Oh God, I gotta clip that out. At least who let it up?
Yeah,
Like,
please
Cisco
make sure
comes
this
in.
never gets deleted.
Yeah, I like that. I like that clip a lot. That's why I was thinking I'm not
What I like
deleting that
about
one.
it is it goes into like this weird car commercial afterwards.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense how that comes in there. Comes into play. There's a couple clips I won't get rid of. Oh yeah.
I feel like this clip, as much as I like it, it's just so overwhelming, and it's hard to like mix in to stuff.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when I'm talking
way
about
too
something
jarring.
that's horrifying, I kind of like it for that.
No, I do like it, but it's not like
If it's like Disney plans, I like
it's
it
not
for
like
that.
the whole fucking what's the guy with the green screen?
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing? You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, but it's just way too intense of a version to just haphazardly throw around.
Well, again, we got to end this with some trick or treat shit here. So, good old Busta Rhymes.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, love it. Check you later, man. Thanks for coming
Okay.
out, Just Doctor. Hey guys, watch the stream. Watch the replay later. Bye. Hey. Bye.